Everybody, welcome to homerecordingmadeeasy.com, and here on my YouTube channel, and today's just a quick little impromptu video, a little behind the scenes of what I'm kind of doing here. I wanted to show some of my followers, my guitar player followers, something exciting. I got some bunch of packages in the mail today, and I just wanted to show you all about it. So I'm down here in the studio today, and before I show you what I kind of received in the mail today, which made me happy, I am working on the next Made Easy series, analog or mixing with analog style plugins made easy. I posted that on my Facebook page. I am in the midst of recording that right now. I'll show you in a second here as I turn the camera around. You can see here I'm actually editing one of the sections. One of the sections here is all about tape machines, which is a little over an hour long. We talk about a whole bunch of different types of tape machines and why tape machines are so vitally important to an analog style mix. So I'm doing that on my Studio Live 32 Series 3 mixer. I am about a third of the way done with this new Made Easy series, so look for that. That'll be coming soon. And so now I want to do is I'm going to show you, take you in the back here and show you what I got. Maybe you guys will find it interesting, maybe you won't. No tutorial this time around. If you guys are looking for tutorials, head on to the next video. This is really for my guitar player followers here, and I just like to show when I get new stuff. So let me first show you my rig. You might find I redid my entire guitar rig pretty much for my new band that I'm playing in. So we're doing more of a classic rock, kind of a hard rock, classic 70s, 80s rock kind of a vibe. So what I have over here, I'll show you in a second. So let me turn the camera around. So we're starting off with a new amp I just got in. I've tried out now I think 4 or 5 different tube amplifiers, and for the style of music and for what I need, I ended up with the EVH Eddie Van Halen PV5153 50 watt head. And really the reason why is because prior to this I was using the Friedman Runt 50, which is a 50 watt head as well, which is a fantastic amp, by the way. I love that amp. Problem is there's only 2 channels, a clean and a dirty, and I really needed a 3-channel amp so I can have a distorted rhythm channel and then step on a button and go to a lead channel with a little more gain, a little more saturation, and that's what this amp affords me to do, and it's really, really cool. And I really love the sound of the 6L6 power tubes as opposed to the EL34 power tubes in the Friedman, but the Friedman's an awesome amp. So I traded that in, sold it off, and picked up this. And I changed out a couple of the, you can say, why are there red knobs on here? Well, I purchased some aftermarket knobs for the volume and for the gain, for the lead, and for the rhythm channel, so I can easily see them and they don't kind of, get confused with the EQ section. So for like $3, I bought some chicken head knobs in red for the gain and for the volume. So I can easily just reach down and I know exactly what knob I'm grabbing onto. So that's the EVH head. I love this 6L6 power tubes 50 watt head. Can go everything from a nice kind of a sparkly Fender clean to way over the top metal kind of tones. And I'm somewhere in the middle. As you can see on my rhythm channel, I'm only at maybe 11 o'clock on the gain, and on the lead channel just about halfway, and that is more than enough gain for what I'm using. And that is going through a 412 cabinet, a Marshall cabinet that I loaded up with 25 watt Celestion greenbacks and took out the 75 watt speakers because at lower volumes in the studio it breaks up the speaker a little bit easier. Prior to that I was using my Bogner 212 that has 2 Celestion creambacks, which I really like, the 65 watt creambacks with the Friedman. But I wanted to check out a 412 as opposed to a 212, and I'm liking the 412 a little bit better. But to haul this thing around would be kind of a pain. So if I was going to go out and do gigs and stuff, I would probably just bring the Bogner. They both sound fantastic, so I'm experimenting with both. And that's about it out here. And here's all my guitars, which we could talk about at a later date. And now I'll take you into the back here and let me show you some of the new stuff that I got that I'm really excited about. Really, just guitar players would be excited about this. So I'm back here at the workshop, and I'm wiring up a pedal board. So Sweetwater.com showed up today, or the post office showed up with a bunch of Sweetwater.com packages, and I just wanted to show you my pedals that I got. So my pedal board is going to be, and you can see it's in process of being rebuilt. I bought a new pedal board this week, a Friedman pedal board. Can't really turn this so you can see the front. If I lift it up, the new Friedman there you go, Friedman pedal boards. This is the largest pedal board they make. They make 3 different sizes. This is a great pedal board. I love the Friedman board. Built really well, super light, Has a two-tiered system, so you can get to the two levels of pedals easily. I also bought their additional patch bay here, which has a buffer built in, which is really good. So all the cables from my amp just plug into here. I have an input, send, return, and then the channel switching for the foot switch. And then out of the back of this, it goes to all the pedals, and it has a buffer, which is really good, a really clean buffer. So this is really nice. Underneath the pedal board, I'm running, again, I'm sorry for the bad camera work here, guys. This is kind of just on the fly. I'm running a power supply. This is a True Tone. I think they call it the Pro 10. This is the largest power supply they have, which has a 218 volt power outlets, power, and then they also have a bunch of 9 volts, and then ones that you can use, you can tweak down and kind of emulate what the batteries sound like when they're dying. So I have my power supply velcroed underneath the board, which is really nice, and the wires are kind of a mess now because I'm in the middle of doing this. And then, okay, so we're going to be starting off with the Shure, my wireless system. This is a wireless guitar wireless system with a built-in tuner, which is really cool. So it saves me having to buy a separate pedal. Love this thing. Thing works really well. You never have any interference. You can have other guitar players in my band that have wireless, and this is really, really nice. That's the Shure system. And then from there, obviously I have the foot switch for the amplifier, which is really cool. So you have, again, 3 channels and the effects, which is really nice. From the Shure wireless, we're going into the Dunlop wah. This is the Joe Bonamassa wah pedal, which I really like a lot. All Velcro down here on this little platform. I don't know if you can see it. There's a platform that's attached to the pedal board. It says, which is really nice. You can have, on this board, you can have 2 pedals. You can have a wah and a volume, or 2 volumes or 2 wahs, whatever you want to do. And it's all mounted to this pedal here that's screwed to the board. So this is really a really nice feature. I took the second one off as I don't need it. From there, here's all my new stuff that I got coming in. So today I got in the Wampler Ego compressor, which I want to try out. Not sure I'm going to use a compressor on my pedal board, especially with all the high gain stuff that I'm doing, but I just wanted to check this out. What makes this one a little unique, not all compressors have this, is you have this blend control where you can blend in the uncompressed and the compressed signal together, which is kind of nice, kind of like a parallel compression kind of a thing. So that's the Wampler Ego compressor, which I'm excited to try. Then I got a bunch of other goodies here. So I got a noise gate, because I need a noise gate for this 5150, because you do get a lot of hiss. Even though my pedal board has all George L cables and evidence cables, everything is really quiet. The power supply is really quiet, but you do get a lot of hiss just from the gain in a high gain amp like the 5150. So I'm checking out this Decimator 2 pedal. I've never used this before, but it gets a lot of good reviews. So that'll be fun. I also picked up an MXR analog chorus pedal, which I'm really anxious to try. For clean channel stuff and maybe just thickening up the distortion a little bit with a really light amount of chorusing. I also picked up to try, because I want to try the Decimator, but I also picked up the Boss NS2, which I may end up returning if I like the Decimator. A friend recommended this to me, so I'm going to kind of A/B this and the Decimator and just see which one I like better. The thing about a noise gate is I want to make sure we don't cut off any sustained notes, want to make sure we don't cut off reverb and delay tails, so I'll be interested to see how these kind of two work. Then I also picked up another recommendation from a friend of mine, a guitar player friend, the EP Booster, which is supposed to be a really, really, really good pedal. You stick in the effects loop and it kind of gives you like a little bit of a, overdrives the amp just a little bit. I'm interested to use this. I've never used it before, but I've seen people use it, and I'm excited to try this pedal as well. I guess it's one of those kind of always on pedals. You kind of keep it on, keep the gain all the way down at the boost all the way down at 0, and just run your signal through it, and it's supposed to do something nice and magical to your tone. So I'm interested to check that out. From there I got the Phase 90 by MXR, the EVH Phase 90, primarily because it has the 2 modes. It's got the script mode from the 70s, and then it's also got the 90s or the orange pedal type of tone. So you kind of have 2 phasers in one, and I've heard this before, and it's a really, really nice sounding pedal, and it looks cool. How could you not like the Eddie Van Halen stripes, right? And speaking of Eddie Van Halen stripes, from there going over to the EVH flanger. which is really cool. I really like the flanger. I don't use a flanger a lot, but I've been wanting to try this pedal for a while. And now that I have a pedal board that's large enough to put it on, I'll be anxious to try the EVH flanger. My band's not really doing any. Well, we're doing a couple of Van Halen tunes. I shouldn't say that. I think we're going to do a couple. So maybe we'll do Unchained. That would be a lot of fun with the flanger, right? So I got a bunch of gifts in from Sweetwater. Really, really cool. It's all a mess right now, but I'm going to be putting this pedal board together over the next couple of days, and I'll show you maybe the finished product. I know a lot of you that are coming to my channel to watch recording and mixing tutorials may not find this interesting, but, you know, the guitar players will, and I like showing off my new stuff. So, again, using all George L cables that I've made, and then the Evidence audio cables, really high-end patch cables, to make sure we cut down on any unwanted noise. We want to make the signal as clean as possible, and a lot of people skimp out on cables, and cabling for your guitar pedal board is probably one of the more important things that a lot of people overlook. So that's what's going on with my pedal board, and that's what's going on here today at my studio. I just wanted to show you that. I thought you'd find it interesting. If you didn't find it interesting, I'm sorry. If you found it interesting, leave some comments below. Let me know if you'd like to see the pedal board finished and hear some sound samples, and maybe I'll do that over the weekend once I get it done. We'll have to see. We're down here in my workshop working on the Made Easy product, taking a break to work on some stuff for myself. And again, thanks for watching this video. Again, for more tips, tricks, concepts, and training around everything home recording, be sure to go to homerecordingmadeeasy.com and make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Go check out the 300 videos that we have on the YouTube channel, and also go back to homerecordingmadeeasy.com and check out the Made Easy series and the Quick Mix series. And until the next video, I've been Dave with homerecordingmadeeasy.com. Speak to you guys all soon. Take care. Okay, done with the pedal board. I figured I'm just going to show it to you now. I'm not going to make a whole separate video, so I got everything wired, and I'll take you through what I'm kind of doing. I neglected to mention two pedals before, so let me turn the camera around and show you the newly wired pedal board for my new guitar rig. Hopefully you'll find this cool. So let me turn this around. Okay, so as I said earlier, we're going to be going in guitar. This is going to be going in from the guitar right to the wireless Shure unit here, which is a tuner built in, which is really cool. From there, it is going over to, signal is running to the wah, which again is the Joe Bonamassa wah pedal. And then from the wah, we're coming over here to the MXR phaser, which I'm really excited to try out. From the phaser, we're going over to the flanger. From the flanger, we're going over to the analog chorus. And then from the chorus, we are going directly out to the amp. Okay. And then going in the loop, in the effects loop, we're going from the delay, which I'm using. This is the one I forgot to mention earlier. This is one of the pedals. The TC Electronics flashback delay, really nice nice pedal. Love this a lot for really just for a solo boost, during solos mostly. And then from there, we're going over to this reverb, which this is a reverb delay pedal in one. This is by Earthquaker Devices. This is called the Dispatch Master. This is a reverb pedal along with delay. So you can have reverb here, as you can see, and then you have the mix a reverb knob. Then you have a delay knob, the amount of repeats and the delay time. So you can kind of mix a little bit of slapback in with the reverb to kind of thicken up the guitar tone a little bit. So that's the second pedal in the effects loop chain. And then from there, it's going over to this EP booster, which again, I've not tried, but I know people that have. I've seen people use them on YouTube. Gain, from what I'm told, all the way down to 0, no boost, just the coloration and stuff. I guess this makes a difference, and I'm interested to try this. And then from there, we're going over to the ISP Decimator 2 for the noise gate, because we're using, again, the 5150 head. And that is my new pedal board, all wired up and ready to go. Got to tuck some wires underneath here. I got some wires, some spaghetti. I got to kind of cable tie together and use some Velcro straps. But yeah, this is really cool. This is nice. Oh, and again, we got the patch bay here. This is the Friedman pedal board, the largest of the group from Friedman. So again, we have a buffer, and this is a buffer bay. So the cables going to the amp go to the input of the buffer bay, and then on the back side of the buffer, they go out to the pedals. And that is my pedal board. So hopefully you guys found this somewhat interesting. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Maybe once I get it all hooked up to the amp, maybe I'll do some sound examples if you guys are interested. And that's it. So thanks for joining me and for sharing my new gear with me. Exciting new day, brand new pedal board. I'm excited. Talk to you guys soon. See you at homerecordingmadeeasy.com. See you guys.